Hello, all you tiny people that live in my computer. My name's Finn. This will probably not count as a weekly upload, due to the fact that I don't expect it to be very long. But today I'm talking about the riots, the protests, and whatnot that are going on, specifically in Los Angeles. It seems as though they are going to happen elsewhere. Smaller versions of them have happened in other areas, but it seems like there's a fair chance at... I'm trying to think of the right term. There's a fair chance that there is a much larger quantity of those happening in a lot more places. So I feel like it is... I feel like talking about it because I care about it and I feel passionate about it, but also I feel like as somebody who has a following, even if it's a small, not that 800 people is tiny, but like, you know what I mean. So I'm going to make sure my thoughts are put out there, talk about my opinions, my thoughts, my ideas, and make sure that it is violently clear what I mean, what I stand for, and whose team I'm on in these ongoing situations. If you're not interested in hearing my talks on politics, you can leave. I'm not offended by that in any way, shape, or form. If you care about my opinion, if you want to hear about it so you can comment, anything like that, continue watching. For the first portion, I'm just going to quote the community post I made, and then I will tweak it, add things, take away things, whatever, afterwards. Regarding the protests, riots, and what could become a civil war, because it could, to all the people in Los Angeles dealing with that whole situation, I want you to know that you have support from so many people who aren't there currently, including myself. I hope you're staying fed, drinking enough water, alongside staying physically safe between all that is occurring. I want to outwardly state that I do not enjoy violence. I enjoy violence in sports, and that's about it. Like boxing and MMA stuff, really cool. Wrestling, super cool. Other than that, I'm not a violence fan, and I feel like putting that out there. I want to outwardly express my concern for mistakes that can be made, while simultaneously expressing my support for all of you. I also want to make it abundantly clear that I am on the side of the protesters. I'm on the side of the protesters. I'm a punky liberal with shitty tattoos, and I'm gay, and I'm a tranny, and all that shit. Like, I wonder which side I'm on. To the protesters, stay safe, and you are loved. To the multi-billion-dollar corporations, I hope you realize what all this means and what you need to do. To those on the opposing side, I wish for your safety, as well as hoping that you will stop harming so many people, especially the innocents. I may talk about all this in a video, but currently there's my statement. I really want to focus on my actual views, because I don't like people getting hurt. So I'm not happy that people on my side are causing fires and such, right? Because that is just like inherently negative. There's no positivity in burning an item, or breaking an item, or crashing a window, or going into a building that's shut down, or stealing, or anything, right? That's not cool ever. And I think it's hypocritical to be okay with that when you're not okay with the other side doing it, and we saw how everybody treated it in 2020 when the same stuff was happening, reversed. Similarly, I'm not super happy with the protesters who are promoting and doing violence. However, I'm on their side, and the other team, the ICE workers, the cops, the maggots and such, they are all going to continue. If fighting fire with fire is what they're going to do, I cannot stop them. To all of those people who are causing violence on that side, whether you are a police officer, or a member of ICE, or just a random guy on the street, fuck you. Right here again, fuck you. Because you're fucking evil. That's really fucked up. To police officers, a lot of you are doing your job and not doing anything wrong, and I've seen plenty of videos of that, and that's cool. to those of you who are doing things that are not part of your job, the ones committing vast amounts of assault, abuse, and things like that, fuck off. To the members of ICE, I don't care if it's your job. You're a bad person if you do it. That's all. That's the only statement. There's no buts, there's no ifs, there's no. You just fucking suck. And to the people who are in a cult and are blindly putting all of their heart and their soul into something and pushing along and chugging along and making sure to put all of that out there and just be a piece of shit to be a piece of shit. It's not your job, you don't get paid, you don't get bonus points or brownie points. You stay at the bottom of the totem pole and get pushed down by billionaires over and over and over and over while expressing that you hate them. You do everything they say. So fuck you for being an idiot. To those on my side who are protesting and whatnot, I advise stay safe, maybe. I will never, ever say that I'm cool with you harming anyone or lighting things on fire or breaking buildings down. However, I cannot stop you. All I can do is tell you that I like what you want. I don't like what you're doing, but I like what you want, and I appreciate it. And you're doing stuff that people... You're talking about stuff and showing awareness for stuff that people should have been doing all along, and they haven't. So I appreciate you. Stay safe. Make sure to drink water. And I am not religious, but you have my thoughts and my care for you. I can't lie and say I'm praying for you, but I am hoping very, very deeply that all of you are okay. To all of those who are not a part of either side and terrible things are happening around you or to you, I am so sorry. I wish I had a better way to help you. I hope you are staying safe, and my heart goes out to all of you. Besides that, that's really all I have to say. I don't change a single word that I said there. To the multi-billion-dollar corporations, hope you all realize what this means. I hope you understand what you should do. And fuck you, really. Yeah, just honestly, fuck you. I'm gonna go put my food in the oven, because that was the preheat going off. I'm not going to stop the recording. I'm going to pause it. I will come back and I will comment more, because more and more is popping into my head as I wait. So I will return. I have seen countless videos of people having terrible things done to them. People being shot with rubber bullets, people being slapped, kicked, punched, clawed, people being hit with batons, people being pushed around, shoved against bricks, handcuffed while doing nothing, being yelled at, people being denied certain rights. There was a very well-seen video at this point of a reporter from Australia simply talking about the fact that ICE officers were shooting people. She like in the video states, hey, these officers are shooting people with rubber bullets. And then not 2 seconds later, an officer in the background looks at her, realizes she's being recorded, shoots her in the back, and that's it. Somebody who didn't do anything, somebody who was being recorded, somebody who hadn't caused any damages, somebody who didn't have a weapon, somebody who the only right that they even remotely did, like used at the time, was speaking. You know, the one that the right's really into, free speech. She was expressing her ability to have free speech, and for that she was hit by a rubber bullet. Similarly, there was a man who had his hands up. He was told to get on his knees. He went to his knees. He was then lifted up and shoved down, and then hit twice before being stepped on by a man's horse. All of that is also on video, and it's not the only two that exist. There are countless. There are hundreds at this point. There's probably thousands by now of people being harmed, people being shoved, people being yelled at, and all of that. And the ones I'm referring to are not the people who are breaking an area. They're not the people who are attacking vehicles. They're not the people that are lighting things on fire. They're just innocent people, and they're having terrible things done to them for pretty much no fucking reason. I would also like to express that California is not the only place dealing with that. It seems as though they will be happening more and more in Florida, and the Florida, like, I don't know what you would label it as, but a lot of the officers in Florida specifically a sheriff. I don't remember his name. Perhaps I can find it. Give me a moment. The officer's name is Wayne Ivey. Wayne Ivei. If you look up that name on Reddit or Twitter or whatever, you're gonna see what he's talking about. I'll point out a couple of the things that he stated, such as, we will kill you graveyard dead. We're not gonna play. Later on, he's talking about, like, if you got into an altercation with a cop, he very outwardly states that one of these, quote, big beautiful dogs we have here will be biting you. Stuff like that. And there are two halves of the people responding to what that man had to say. One half of people who are super into it because they are super into MAGA and Trump and yay. And then the other half who were like, that's crazy, you're gonna kill people? Wow. Let me double check, because I'm 99% sure one of the things, because, like, throwing a firebomb is pretty fucked. You're most likely getting your ass beat and or dying if you do that. But there was another thing that he stated. What was it? Oh yeah, throwing like a rock. Throw a rock, we will kill you. You throw a rock at my car, I'm shooting you, and your family will have to collect your remains afterwards. Stuff like that. Which is fucking evil. It's pretty crazy. And if any Democrats said that during the riots that were happening back in 2020, they would not have a job anymore. And they would also probably not be alive. But because MAGA says it, it's cool. So fuck that. On top of, that same group of people that are doing that here, covering up the terrible things happening elsewhere. Israel versus Palestine is still happening, and Americans aren't talking about it, even though we're, like, the only ones who can really help in this scenario. So, that's really fucked. So throw all that on top of the issues with all of our bullshit. I don't like being somebody who spreads misinformation. So I will not outwardly sit here and say we're going to have a civil war in America, because I don't know for sure that will happen. However, it's closer to happening than it's ever been, and that's really scary. Country divided against itself and whatnot. Or, I don't think the quote is actually country. What is the quote? Let me get that right. A house. I already remember it. It's a house divided against itself. That's the one. So, fuck me and fuck all of us. Once again, I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all okay and away from danger. If you are somebody causing danger on either side, I think you should probably not be doing that. Take care of yourselves. Find a place to be. Drink something, eat something. I love all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. It feels really gross advertising my Discord or my Patreon in this scenario because I'm talking about such a horrid situation. So I will not be talking about those. They'll probably... They're still there, but I'm not going to do the thing where I'm all like, yeah, check out the Discord to talk to me and like-minded people, because that's not really helpful. And I'm not going to do the Patreon thing of, if you feel charitable, because I don't think, in this scenario, I'm not the person who needs help. In other videos, I'll advertise for that, but in this situation, it's like, if you feel like helping people, you should be helping those people. I will be okay. Stay safe. I love you all. Bye-bye.